Back when PT was first revealed, gamers everywhere were enthralled by its blend of first-person immersion, photorealistic graphics, and clever horror in a low-key locale. Once it was revealed to be Silent Hills, our excitement began to build, up until Konami set fire to its game division and salted the earth. Luckily, an immensely talented studio like Bloober team was inspired by Kojima and Del Toro's efforts, and sought to create a deeply haunting experience of their own with a wonderfully unique aesthetic. Bloober team's new horror game, Layers of Fear, is an absolute treat for fans of this genre. To speak too much of its story and scare tactics would be a huge disservice to a game best played for yourselves. Indeed, a video review is especially tricky, though I'll refrain from showing too much. As was first popularized by Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Layers of Fear strips the player of all combative capabilities and forces a sense of helplessness upon you. Taking on the role of a troubled painter, you can only wander your decaying home as you try to unravel the mystery of the spooky events unfolding before you. Objects and key items can be picked up and examined closely, while photos, notes, letters, and sketches lie hidden for you to find and piece together the story for yourself. If this sounds boring to you, don't let yourself be fooled. I went into this with the assumption that it was inferior to more traditional survival horror games like Resident Evil or Dead Space, and ended up blown away by what I experienced. This is due mostly to the ingenious scares and ever-changing location, both of which keep you on edge and off balance at all times. The sound design is especially remarkable, tricking you into a false sense of security with delightfully serene music in the rare quiet times and bone-chilling, inhuman wails and chants for the rest of the game. Otherwise innocuous household objects take on new, sinister roles due to this aspect, and you may never look at a child's doll the same way again. Admittedly, not everyone will have the same experience, because this kind of game, more so than most others, is very subjective. For me, the 6 hours I spent alone in this hellish house was worth the $19.99 asking price. Factor in diverging paths, multiple endings, and secrets left to be uncovered, and Layers of Fear has plenty to offer. After the credits rolled, there was only one score I could give Bloober Team's game: a perfect 10 out of 10. If that sounds insane to you, just remember one thing. Even my favorite game of all time only got an 8.9 from me. So that's saying something. While I found the experience to be perfect and deserving of this score, the game itself has some very minor issues. The frame rate drops a little from time to time, and there was some occasional pixelation which may or may not have been part of the game's many visual tricks. None of this hampered my playthrough in the slightest, however. As it stands, Layer of Fear will stay with me for quite some time, and I wholeheartedly look forward to what Bloober Team does next. Sorry I doubted you guys. This has been Chris Cobb from middleofnowheregaming.com. Thanks for watching.